Hey guys, so you guys requested another story time, and this story time is about how I learned how to drive and how it came about. So make sure you guys go grab your snacks, okay? And if you're liking these story times, make sure you guys like this video, okay? If you're on TikTok, Facebook, like the video, okay? So I know that y'all want some future videos, and drop down below suggestion videos as well. I'm not gonna be able to cover every single thing. I'm only covering what I'm comfortable with, FYI. Okay. So how I learned how to drive. I was in a relationship for 9 years, and I was always scared to drive. Like, I always depended on him and everything. And we had 2 kids, and I don't know, I just felt like I just had like major anxiety. And so I never really like had the want to drive during that time. And when me and him finally broke up, the fall of 2014, I was talking amongst my friends, and I was like, you know what, I really do need to learn how to drive, because like now I'm a single mom, like now I don't have him to depend on. He was the one that was working. Me and him were just trying to co-parent, do the best that we can for our 2 kids, which they were like 4 and 8 years old at the time. And during that time, he was giving me like money for our kiddos and money for myself. Like, he was taking care of us, but we weren't living together. And I had asked my brother-in-law, which was my sister's ex-husband, I asked him if he could teach me how to drive. So he took me in a little street, and he had me drive his Trailblazer, and I was so freaking scared because I was like, oh my gosh. And I just had like 1 foot on the wheel and 1 foot on the pedal. And at that time, I was confused. I was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to shift gears? And like, how am I supposed to do this? And I was just like not ready. But like he said, like I did pretty good. So months later, my friend, one of my guy friends from church, he was like, I'll teach you how to drive. So he taught me how to drive in his small little pickup truck. And I would take my kids with me because I was a single mom. You know, I had my kids. I didn't really like depended on their dad to like help me watch them when he was working. So I was all on me. So my kids would always like tag along, and you know, we would go driving like at the where they have a Tony Burger Stadium here, which is like a football stadium parking lot. So we would go and we would be driving around. No. And he would teach me how to parallel park, and he would teach me how to like do all types of stuff, because he was like, when you study to get your test, they're probably going to be a little strict on you because, you know, you are driving with your feet. You know, you're not an average driver, you know. And I was like, yeah. So parallel parking was a challenge, but I was able to narrow it down without cameras. Yeah, I did that. It was really fun. And I know a lot of people ask me like, you know, why don't you get modifications? I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the patience nor the time to do my research, to get all these guidelines, to get all this stuff going on. And at the moment, I don't have a car. In the future, I do want to get another car. I don't have my car anymore. My car broke down, and then I wasn't able to afford to get it fixed during that time. But I love my carrito. I don't have patience to do modifications. I honestly feel like I did perfectly fine with, you know, with my foot on the pedal and my foot on the wheel, and, you know, turning signals and, you know, changing gears. Like, I did perfectly fine, and I don't feel like I need modifications. But, you know, if I do get a car in the future, I do choose to get an SUV. And I just wanted to learn how to drive because I wanted my independence. I wanted to be able to go to and from places with my kiddos. I wanted to not be able to depend on a man. I wanted to just have a little more independence. And like, but I'm working hard to try to get a car soon. I don't know how soon. I have to figure that out when I'm going to do that. And I'm sure you guys will be along the journey when I do decide to do it. But yes, this is how I learned how to drive. and my reasons behind it. I wanted to be more independent, and so I wanted to do it. And I also showed my kids that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. And I was able to do that. So yes, that's how I learned how to drive. That's the story behind that. It's not like anything crazy, but it was a little journey to learn, and I still get scared to go on highways, but yeah. 18-wheelers scare me. I don't know, they give me anxiety. But yes, so that's the story behind that.